Oh, hello everyone, and we are from Group 2. Today, our material is about G20 Diplomacy on Climate Change. So, first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Ray Arjunailan, and today I'm going to explain about your organization. So, the G20 or Group of 20 is a global economic forum consisting of 19 countries and the European Union. Together, they represent around 85% of the world's GDP, 75% of international trade, and nearly two-thirds of the global population. Initially, the G20 focused primarily on economic and financial matters. However, as global challenges evolve, so has the G20's agenda. Today, the group addresses a broader range of critical issues, including health, digitalization, and climate change. With its substantial economic influence and responsibility in shaping global emissions, the G20's role in climate change diplomacy has become increasingly important. By fostering international cooperation and setting ambitious climate goals, the G20 is working to drive meaningful action toward a sustainable future.
Hi, my name is Asma Surya from Group 2 and I will explain the main problem of this case. So, climate change is a global issue that affects all countries, including road, floods, and rising sea levels. Developing countries face serious difficulties on reducing carbon emissions due to limited financial resources, lack of advanced technology, and heavy dependence on fossil fuels for their economic growth. This disparity highlights the urgent need for international cooperation to address climate change effectively.
Hi everyone, my name is Karen Romero and I'm going to explain how the diplomacy is conducted. So, the G20 has implemented several climate diplomacy initiatives. One major effort is reinforcing global commitment to the Paris Agreement, aiming to limit global temperature increases to below 2 degrees Celsius. The G20 also established the Climate Sustainability Working Group, or we can call it as CSWG, to plan and coordinate collective actions on climate issues. And furthermore, in collaboration with the Asian Development Bank, or we can call it as ADB, the G20 launched the Energy Transition Mechanism, or we can call it as ETM, to support clean energy transitions in developing countries. And the 2022 G20 Summit in Indonesia resulted in the Bali Compact, which emphasized clean energy transitions, emissions reduction, and increasing climate financing from developing nations.
Hi, I'm Nazar Ramdashila from Air Affairs. I will explain the results, challenges, and conclusion regarding the G20 Diplomacy on Climate Change Initiative. So, we have 3 points, results and challenge. And the first point result is increasing funding for renewable energy projects. So, the second is enhance technology and capacity support for developing countries. And the last point result is stronger commitment to net zero emission by major G20 members such as Japan, South Korea, and the European Union. So the first point challenge is diverging interest between developed and developing countries, and the second point is continued heavy depends on fossil fuels by some members such as Russia and Saudi Arabia. So the last point, slow implementation of initiatives and weak monitoring mechanism. So the last is I will explain the conclusion. The G20 play a critical role in global climate diplomacy by bringing together the world's large economies to cooperation on climate action. While progress has been made in terms of funding, policy coordination, and shared community Second, challenge persist balancing economic growth with environmental responsibility is key. Therefore, continued collaboration and stronger implementation efforts are essential to achieving meaningful and lasting impact in the fight against climate change. That's the explanation for our group about the G20 diplomacy in climate change in depth. Thank you very much.